Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you saw my last video earlier today, I reacted to the brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass, Isle of Armor, the trailer that they released, and Crown Tundra was also part of that. But we're only a couple weeks away from the Isle of Armor, as shown in the trailer. June 17th, just about 2 weeks, so I'm pumped for that. It's gonna be exciting. But for this video, I thought I would go through the trailer one more time just to kind of analyze it a little bit, and then maybe go through some of these different pages on the actual website to go into more detail about some of the information and see some of the cool new details that are expanded upon that maybe the trailer didn't kind of go over. So I can view the trailer right from here, so we can kind of just go through it a little bit. And this is the actual American trailer, where when I reacted, only the Japanese one was online, so that's what but they're pretty much the same, just some of the text and stuff and rating and all that stuff is the English versions. We're starting off here with Galarian Slowbro sleeping. And he wakes up like, what? And you'll see now the shoulder, instead of clamping onto his tail like the Cantonian Slowbro, it clamps onto his arm and creates like a little poison gun. It's kind of cool, and he has some more purplish coloring representing he's now a poison type. Psychic poison. It's pretty cool. There we see some shots of the trainers, some Mustard, the new character, some other new characters. And there we go. Sweet. So here we're emerging from train station into this beautiful new area. The Isle of Armor, Part 1, comes out June 17th. Exciting. And now here we got some Tauros roaming around, but my favorite, Scyther. My boy Scyther over there chilling. Which then of course evolves to Scizor, which is one of my favorites. Be cool to be able to finally import him into the game and to catch some also. That's gonna be nice. There we got a cave with some Whismur and Exploud walking around. Alright. There's Kangaskhan. Lycanroc. Emolga, alright. We got some cool new Pokemon popping in that weren't in the original games. And then we had some soup being made there, which we'll talk about later. There are new rivals. That's cool. The Gigantamax Venusaur. And Blastoise with his many cannons. And there's our little Cubfu. He's gonna be our new friend. Look at him. Adorable. Gotta kick that Taurus's butt. There are the different towers, which will be used to evolve him. There he's evolving into his 2 different possible forms. There are the Gigantamax versions, which is pretty cool looking. And now we're moving on to the next expansion pass, which comes out in the fall. Calyrex. This area looks neat. Crown Tundra, Part 2. Oh, we got these cool temples for the different Reggies. That's gonna be neat. And that looked like some kind of puzzle you have to solve, which lets you encounter them. Ooh, so beautiful. And then we got the new dens, where we can encounter some legendary Pokemon. Got Mewtwo, Lugia-Ho-Oh, Groudon, Kyogre, all of them. Oh, there are too many. And we got our new boys. Now here are the Galarian legendary birds. They look cool. Look at that, epic. I like the cutscene of them all fighting. It's pretty neat. Calyrex is like, whatever. Yeah. This is interesting. Some kind of tournament. Got a lot of new Pokemon that weren't in the first original release of the games. Finally available, like Magnezone. There's our new Slowbro. Alright, Isle of Armor and then current Tundra. Beautiful. Part 1, June 17th. Alright, that's gonna be awesome. There we go, yep. Part 1, June 17th. Part 2, fall 2020. I got the expansion pass already ordered, so I should be good. But now we've kind of just ran through the trailer one more time, but now we can go through all of these pages of all the awesome information that we got. Alright, so first here's the trailer. Then we got the Isle of Armor. I love this artwork. That's very cool. Let's see. First new adventure unlocked by your expansion pass will take place on the Isle of Armor, an island of the Galar region. It's full of environments not seen before. You'll find waves, swept beaches, forests, bogs, caves, and dunes. Alright. There are plenty of Pokemon that make this island their home, living freely amid the lush nature. But it also has a dojo for Pokemon battles, which you'll train hard under Mustard, trainer who is the master of the dojo. Here's some screenshots on the beach, caves. There's Mustard there in front of his dojo. Their little field with a nice little artist rendering of the whole island area. Looks pretty cool. Alright. First link. Then we got our newly discovered Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon. There's Kubfu. Adorable. Serious Pokemon dedicated to its training. Hardworking and strives to train both its body and mind. It uses each defeat as motivation. Okay, has an organ that produces fighting energy in its lower abdomen. Alright. It uses breathing techniques. They live in mountains far, far away from Galar. Alright. A lot of backstory. I like how they give out this backstory. So we got just a Wushu Pokemon, fighting type, 2 feet tall. Abilities inner focus. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we got Kubfu, then we got the Urshifu, which has 2 forms, single strike style and rapid strike style, that will evolve based on certain conditions. This one's fighting dark, other one's fighting water. Interesting. But we got ability Unseen Fist for both of them. So yeah, Merciless Blow. Urshifu in this form, favor battling without holding anything back. When enraged, they will mercilessly attack an opponent until it is utterly crushed. Cool, cool. Only close in for final strike. But then in the rapid strike, they are calm, observing, measuring, and dodging. So it's more fluid and flowing. Hence the water type. Ooh, okay. Single strike. It moves Wicked Blow. And followed by the Path of Darkness can unleash a single severe blow. This move always results in a critical hit, allowing Urshifu to attack while ignoring the target's stat changes. Alright, that's cool. And Surging Strikes. It always has critical hit. It always results in critical hits. And so same kind of thing. Just different type moves, but they basically are the same extra effects. Unseen Fist has a new ability introduced with this expansion that only Single Strike and Rapid Strike Urshifu have. And the ability lets the Pokemon deal damage when it attacks by moves that make direct contact, even if the target's defends itself with Protect. That's pretty cool. Then we got their Gigantamax forms, look pretty cool. They're red and blue. Similar typings. G-Max moves, G-Max one blow and G-Max rapid flow. Got the one blow and the rapid flow. Pretty cool, so here we go, that's neat. Alright, let's go back to, let's see, Kung Fu. Yeah, we got Calyrex and Psychic Grass. This Pokemon ruled all of Galar in ancient times, so it appears delicate and slight. Its every move is full of grace and dignity. It also has extremely high intelligence, and it's said to see every past, present, and future event. Ooh, he's a smart one. But here we got some cool new Reggies. Regieleki and Regidrago. The Electron Pokemon. Transistor has this ability. This Pokemon absorbs electrons to live. Electrical energy makes up most of its body. Its electric type moves are said to pack the greatest power of any use by electric type Pokemon. Researchers have determined that Regieleki's body is fitted with what appears to be special insulating equipment that does not conduct electricity. Some theorize that in ancient times, people tormented by Regieleki fitted the equipment on the Pokemon to restrain its powers. Oh, this is a cool looking move. Thunder Cage. It doesn't only deal damage to opponents when it lands, it will also cause them to be trapped, causing damage 4 to 5 turns and preventing them from fleeing. Dude, I like that animation, how it gets above them and drops down the electric cage. Alright. Then we got Regidrago. The new dragon type Reggie. It's composed of crystallized dragon energy. Cool. Well, Regigeeks tried to create it. And look at it, it looks like a Charizard head when it closes up. Signature move is Dragon Energy. Big powerful beam. The more HP the user has, the higher the move's power. Alright, cool. And those two new Reggies look pretty sweet. And then we got some new Gigantamax forms of your Starner, which we already kind of knew about. Get your Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon. My Starner in Pokemon Sword was Cinderace. And it looks pretty cool. Stan munched his big G-Max Fireball. But then we got our cool Venusaur and Blastoise. Venusaur, pretty neat. Alright. Move G-Max Vine Lash. So continues to do damage for 4 turns for anyone who isn't grass. And Blastoise is probably similar. Look at that guy with all those cannons. You have a G-Max Cannonade. So it's the same kind of thing, but won't do any damage to anything that's water. Look at all that water can shoot out of there. But here are the cool ones. Alright, I love these. Galarian, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. They look so cool. So Articuno is now Psychic Flying type. As competitive as its ability. A cruel, arrogant, legendary Pokemon. Once every several decades, this migratory Pokemon appears in the Crown Tundra. For a long time, it was thought to be the same legendary Pokemon as the Articuno previously discovered in other regions. Though cold and callous in personality, it moves in a highly refined manner. It keeps itself airborne through constant use of its psychic powers, almost never flapping its wings. So he's like a bird, but he doesn't really use his wings. He just will always hover with his psychic powers. That's kind of fun. Shows how arrogant he is. Freezing psychic power. This Pokemon battles using intense psychic powers that act directly on the cells of living beings. So it has powerful eye beams to leave you immobilized. And then its move, which goes into that whole theme of its eyes. Freezing Glare. Freezing Glare is a psychic type special move in which the Pokemon attacks by firing psychic power from both eyes. This move may also leave the target frozen. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that, even though it's now a psychic flying type instead of ice, its signature move kind of almost maintains a little bit of that iciness from the original Articuno. Like a name for a Freezing Glare, but also it's a special secondary effect which can also freeze the target. So it's like a psychic move that can freeze. Pretty fun. We got Zapdos. It's like a Roadrunner. It's fighting flying, so he can kick you with those legs. But he probably doesn't fly, but more than jumps really high. And he has to move Thunderous Kick, so kind of maintaining that little bit of that electric kind of theming to the move, even though he's not electric type. So he's really fast kick, and also may lower the target's defense. Cool. I like the look of him too. Pretty fun. I mean, then we got Moltres, which looks like badass. Look at him. When you see these new ones next to the images of the old version here, they look so much cooler now. And look on the battlefield, it looks just so awesome. And his move animation's really sweet. So it's a dark type special move. It's a fire-like aura, but I also make the opponent flinch. And also with the like fiery wrath, it maintains a little bit of fire theming in the name of the move to kind of show back to its origins of the original, which is kind of nice. And then we got our Slowpoke and Slowbro, which we already kind of knew about Slowpoke, but now we get to see it's a Hermit Crab Pokemon, Poison Psychic now, and the ability Quick Draw. And look at he's ready for battle. And his signature move is Shell Sidearm. And I do like the sound of this move. It's a poison type move that fires a poisonous liquid from the tip of the shoulder attached to its arm. This move may poison the target. Moreover, it inflicts either physical or special damage, depending on which will damage the target more. So I kind of like that. That's a neat secondary effect. So if your opponent is weaker to physical moves, then the move becomes physical. If it's weaker to special moves, the move will become special. That's kind of neat. I like the sound of that. And we've got tons of new Pokemon showing up. These are the same pictures they've always had on the site. So we saw a bunch of new ones in that trailer. And there probably still some we haven't seen. Okay. Kind of went over some of the information about them. We got the new Gigantamax forms of Squirtle, or Venusaur and Blastoise. Kind of looked at some of those. Everybody kind of looked at some of these things here, or read about the new birds. But look at this, the new adventuring features. Got some cool things here. So we got new clothes, which we already kind of knew about. Some new Pokédexes. Some new designs for cards. It's always fun. Now I like this new device, the Cram-O-Matic. The name cracks me up. It sounds kind of neat. The dojo on the Isle of Armor houses a unique take on recycling in the form of a device called the Cram-O-Matic. If you feed it 4 items, it will combine them and give you a new item in exchange. You can receive any of a variety of items, including Pokeballs, PP-ups, and more. Some combinations might produce rare items. So that's kind of cool. You can just, if you have a bunch of items of some certain type or whatever, just throw them all into the Cram-O-Matic and see what you get. I assume if the rarer the items you combine, the rarer the items you might get out. Like probably some new items and things we don't have yet. Then you got your new tutor moves will be available. So if you pick up Emerate Ore, which you can find on the island. Or here's some cool, a few new moves examples. Burning Jelly. New fire type move. When it hits, it will deal damage to all opposing Pokemon and burns all Pokemon that have had their stats boosted during the turn. So that's kind of cool. Grassy Glide. It's a faster move on Grassy Terrain. Faster on Grassy Terrain. Alright, cool. Max Soup. Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing that lets you give Pokemon the Gigantamax ability. So Max Soup is a special dish made from rare ingredients you can gather on the Isle of Armor. If a Pokemon with great hidden potential drinks Max Soup, it will become a special Pokemon capable of Gigantamaxing. So I assume that's how we're going to be able to take our original starter and give it these new Gigantamax forms. You can have them drink this soup and then they'll gain that ability. And the way it sounds like any Pokemon that has the potential to Gigantamax, you can give them the soup to unlock that ability. Like if you have a really good Corviknight, maybe you want to become a Gigantamax Corviknight, you can maybe feed it the soup. Yeah, because some Pokemon you've already been traveling with may gain the ability. So, I like the sound of that. So any Pokemon that could maybe have a Gigantamax form, you can give it to it. I wonder how rare the items will be you need to find. Probably kind of rare, so you just can't do it all crazy. And the Isle of Armor will have some new challenges with restricted sparring, limit the types you can use, and have certain conditions, so that's kind of cool. And you probably can have level caps and type limitations and stuff. And we got these cool pictures. You can explore the Dynamax dens. So you can kind of go through like a little maze here and run into different Pokemon. That's kind of neat. And this Star Tournament and some of these features here, like this one and this, won't be available till the Crown Tundra. For like the legendary raids and stuff. So you can like 2-on-2 battles here. So kind of cool. You pick a teammate and tackle the tournament together. It's kind of fun. And we got this chart. I think it's pretty much the same one we've already seen in previous on the site previously. Both expansions have new areas. Isle of Armor, you get Kubfu and Urshifu. Calyrex is in Tundra. Gigantamax forms come in the Isle of Armor. Then you'll get new regional forms in both. All right, which I can't wait to see. We've seen Slowpoke and Slowbro, but I can't wait to see some of the other regional forms they might introduce. I guess then we also get the legendary birds we've seen, which are cool. But I assume this kind of means we'll be getting even more need to regional variants of some Pokemon. And then, of course, a bunch of new Pokemon that didn't appear in Sword and Shield, like my Scizor and Scizor. Those would be awesome. I was really hoping for those too. Then some new Pokédex options, new Clovian items, new Pokemon in raid battles, and then in the first expansion, a bunch of new items and tutor moves and restricted sparring. And then that's the new co-op play mode, which is when going through the dens, I assume, is what they might be talking about for that. And they still say we're planning to add even more new and appealing features. So it'll be interesting to see what else. Because, I mean, it's like 2 weeks from the launch of Isle of Armor. We probably know everything. But there could still be some surprises that they haven't revealed yet or tipped their hand about. I assume there's probably a lot of stuff we might not know about the Crown Tundra because it's so far away. And they haven't really shown a ton. But yeah, it all looks pretty neat. I do like all the sound of most of it is. So pretty cool. Anything else we got? Alright, so most of this was stuff we already knew, but the Cramomatic, that's a funny name. But I assume this could be a cool way to get some of the new fancier items that the expansions might introduce. I'm excited. So putting more Pokemon. I know we have mostly. I love the looks of the new birds. I can't wait to give my Cinderace his Gigantamax form. I like Atelion's form too. It's just like a big sniper tower. It gets him with its tail. It's Gmax Hydro Snipe. And it ignores the effects of the target's ability. That's kind of cool. Yeah, and then this Rillaboom has Gmax Drum Solo. So it has like similar kind of effects that the other ones have. And some new Reggies and all them. So it all looks really cool. So just 2 short weeks till we get the first part, which I can't wait for. I'm glad it wasn't delayed or anything. So I think I'll wrap this video up for now. I think, this is a nice amount of information. I still feel like there's stuff we don't know, but I'm sure we'll learn it all eventually, if not by playing it, by other reveals in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a little walkthrough through some of these new announcements. Feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all my new videos that we'll be posting. And once the Isle of Armor is released, I'm sure I'll be playing that a little bit on the channel. Either I'll live stream some of it or just record it offline and upload it like normal videos, but either way, it should be pretty fun. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.